everyone, today is my third video and today I'll be trying to explain BPD as a hidden disability. So you're sort of walking around town, local places, you just see everybody and everybody just looks human. There's no visible sign, nothing screaming out, I have BPD. Sometimes our behaviours may look typically BPD, but other than that, we wear clothes. Some of us dye our hair, some of us wear makeup, some of us don't. And we all dress individually, and you couldn't point at somebody just walking down the street go, no, for a fact they've got BPD. You can't do that, whatever age they are, you never know. And that's what pisses me off, because people expect us to look a certain way. Like, I even have the sunflower lanyard and an exemption card, which got a picture of me on the back and some information. So it's sort of like, oh, okay. I have the hidden disabilities lanyard. So with this lanyard, people that wear it, that use it appropriately, are trying to let people know I do have a hidden disability. You can't see it when you look at me, but it's there. It's internal. And so bear with me, because my reactions might be extreme. My behaviour may not suit the situation. I may not be able to discuss with you what is going on with my head when you ask me. My current card is actually for PTSD. However, it's the same kind of information I would have for BPD. It says, if I seem overwhelmed, agitated or zoned out, please reassure me that I am safe. I may be fearful of people and situations around me. Please don't touch or startle me, and please give me space unless I tell you otherwise. So wherever I may be, I might be at the park, library, on the bus, town, McDonald's, anywhere I could be. And I start having sort of a dip in my mood, my ability to concentrate, my sensory space, my brain space, my mind's just like, too much, go away. And in that moment, I might become quiet and reserved and just, I may have to plug my headphones in to get rid of all the voices or the noise inside my head and the external noise, because it can be overwhelming. I'm not being rude. I'm not trying to be all coy and childlike. I can't handle that amount of noise, stress, even thought process. It's not happening for me. But we all present differently, and that's why it's invisible, because it's not like somebody who is schizophrenic. I mean, we can have schizophrenia alongside BPD. I don't. I do have psychosis, so I hear voices, but I'm quite aware that mine are auditory hallucinations. Often people in the depth, and I mean the very depth of a schizophrenic episode, don't know what reality is and what their reality is. So they would act quite prominently different. So they're more likely to behave in a noticeably odd way. Whereas I might just sit there, I'll put music in, but I could actually be planning my suicide. Or I could be thinking happy thoughts and being like, can't wait till I get home and see my cats. I might be thinking I'm hungry. You can't tell. I just look like any average person on that bus with the headphones in, but you can't see what's going through my head. The only way you'll ever learn what is going through somebody's head with ill mental health is to ask them. Ask, how does your not disability, but how does your uniqueness, let's call it, affect you? Do you become mute? Do you need a sensory stimulus to calm you down? Do you need space? Do you need a hug? Do you, like me, I smoke. Not gonna lie, I smoke cigarettes. Sometimes when I'm so het up, I need a goddamn cigarette. So there's all these things that's all individual. And you can never go, well, because that person had BP and I dealt with them really well, I can deal with the next person with BPD perfectly. It never works like that, because we're all still just naturally human and have our differences, our likes, our dislikes, triggers, soothing items, soothing places, smells, like any human would, but to us they're more extreme, that's all. And so it is actually a hidden disability, because you can have comorbid diagnoses. So I've actually got an anxiety and an eating disorder and depression and psychosis and complex PTSD, but I've still got BPD. I just don't always present it in the same way that everybody else with BPD does. Sometimes my depression is more prominent. Sometimes I'm not taking my meds properly, so my psychosis becomes more prominent. There's all these different things. But until you're in that room with me and I'm explicitly telling you what is going on, what I need, what I don't need, how I feel, or completely just shut down, not able to tell you anything, class it as hidden, because it generally is. The pain we feel inside, although, I'm not gonna lie, my skin kind of shows it, but even then, I'm not ashamed, because I can put sleeves on, it's hidden again. Winter, great time, because I don't have to bother about people staring. Summer, nightmare, because you get the looks, you get the comments, you get the, how can you do that to yourself? Oh, you're too pretty, oh, you're too whatever, or psycho, or whatever. But I'm not doing it to hurt anybody else, I'm only hurting myself. And the next person that comes along with BPD might never have self-harmed, but can completely relate to me when I say, this pain here, this pain we're trying to escape from, it fills our world with misery. It's excruciating. And I think the closest a non-mentally ill person could relate to that would be with grief. And how when you lose somebody, you sort of get this ache, this hollowness, this pain. It doesn't really heal. Like, you might pretend that it heals, you might have therapy, you might whatever. It's still there. And that feeling that you get, that void you get when you've lost somebody you love, that's generally how we feel. But that's a small percentage of how we feel. Because we've got all that, then we've got all the positive stuff, the excitement, the happiness, the joy, the glee, merriment, euphoria, mania. We've got that in there as well. So we're fighting a little bit of a battle with ourselves, which side comes out, like, but we can't control it. We can't go, nah, today I'm not going to let Satan out, I'm only going to let Miss Daisy out. Don't work like that. It just happens when it happens. And I could easily make people think I am fine and actually be planning my own death. I've planned my own funeral, and so I can be like on the phone, yeah, I'm good, I love you, alright, yeah, speak to you soon, knowing that I was taking an overdose. I could walk outside to the shops knowing that my anxiety levels mean that I'm going to cry myself to sleep when I get back home, but I won't show it on the outside, not if I can help it anyway, because I feel scared. I'm terrified of how other people are going to react to me, of what they're going to think, what are they going to do, who are they going to call. If they call the police and the police see me acting like that, they're probably going to 136 me because I'm not acting normally, but that's only going to distress me more. So it's about, again, learning the individual, what they need, what they want, how to keep them safe, and then working with them. So